Hey guys, do you remember who we learned about yesterday? Abraham and Sarah. God promised them that they would have a super big family, but they were old and had no children. But God kept his promise, and even though they were older, they had a son and they named him Isaac. Through Abraham's family, God was setting the stage for a child to be born, a child who would bring God back to earth. You see, God keeps his promises, but Abraham and Sarah didn't always keep theirs. And sometimes they disobeyed God, and their sin hurt other people. One of the people that they hurt was a woman named Hagar. Hagar worked for Abraham and Sarah, and honestly, they didn't treat her very well. She did everything they asked her to do, but it never seemed like enough. Sarah was jealous of Hagar because Hagar was going to have a baby. And at the time, Isaac had not been born yet. It's almost impossible to be jealous of someone and show them love and kindness at the same time. One day, Sarah was so mean to Hagar that Hagar ran away into the desert. Hagar could have died all alone in the desert, but God saw right where she was. God heard her and he saw her, and he promised her that she would have a son. Hagar was surprised that God looked out for her. She was so surprised that she gave God a special name that means the God who sees. God saw Hagar when she was alone in the desert, and he showed her that he loved her too. Hagar went back to Abraham and Sarah, but things didn't get much better. She had her son that she named Ishmael, but Abraham and Sarah were still unkind to her. One day they sent her away, this time with her young son, and they sent her with some food and water. But eventually it ran out, and Hagar found herself again wandering in the desert, out of food and water, and it looked like her and her son were going to die, and she began to cry. And again God saw her, and again God heard her, and God gave Hagar and her son water to drink. God was with Hagar, even when Sarah was mean to her. Even when Hagar felt so alone in the desert, even when she thought she would die from thirst, God was with her, and God was with her son Ishmael. He would become a great warrior, and he would grow up and have kids of his own, and their family would also become a great nation. But they would be a nation without a permanent home. For years and years, they would wander in the desert looking for a place to call home, looking for a place with people that would treat them with kindness, looking for a place where they would never get thirsty. And God would eventually bring them to a home like that, but it would be a very, very long time. Because of sin, God couldn't remain. Sin drove him away, and Hagar began to hope and to pray, God, will you come back to stay? As you think today about the story of Hagar and Ishmael, think about the mean things that people have said to you. How did those words make you feel? Maybe it made you feel lonely or angry or sad. No matter how you felt then, and no matter how you're feeling today, God is a God who sees. God is with you, and he's with me. God loves us. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.